everybody, and welcome back to another episode of MSF Roundtable, episode 11. Big episode today. We're joined by Sleepy Weazel as the special guest. How you doing, brother? And we got my boy Ken filling in for Nietzsche. So, it's going to be a huge episode. So we're going to kick it over to Sleepy Weazel. Tell us a bit about yourself, your channel, where we can sort of find you, and about your account in MSF.
Right on. First of all, thanks for having me. I am Sleepy Weazel. Stream on Twitch. Been playing Marvel Strike Force for 350 days. So relatively new to the game. Really enjoy it. Been streaming on Twitch for, I think, about 45, maybe 50 days total.
Nice.
And just have fallen in love with this community. This is just a wonderful place to hang out. The people are fantastic. So I stream pretty much every weekday except Thursday and randomly on weekends. Just really enjoying it. So thank you for allowing a newer player on here.
No dramas, brother.
Newer player club.
So guys, welcome to YouTube, and also for the recording of this, we will have a link to Sleepy Weasel's description, and it will be playing through the chat too, so definitely check him out. Very cool person. Ken, you came out very last minute. It was pretty much today. Can you help us out? Thank you very much, my man. Tell us a bit about yourself, your channel, and your account.
Yeah, for sure. Well, like I said, thank you guys for having me. It's always fun whenever I get to finish my stream and just bring the hype over to the MSF Roundtable community. I've been streaming now for about 3 months, I want to say. And it's been, such a short ride, but such a fun ride so far. I have a very fun channel. We do a lot of crazy stuff in my channel. We do cheap to play advice for the most part. It's what we do. I mean, I'm almost free to play at this point in COVID,
Yeah.
But when it comes to what we do, we have a lot of fun. We have the community ISO discussion on Wednesday. I do roster support on Monday and Wednesdays, and then very chill stream on Fridays. TCP is at 6.7, and I've been playing this game now for about 520 days or so. So, yeah, loving the grind.
Yeah,
and plus, I have some moves. Somebody said that in the chat. You guys see a hype train going on? You might see me do a little bit of breakdance. I might break a hip, but I'll try to.
Wow. I like it. In the after party, guys, don't worry. He'll be doing a breakdance. I'll make sure of it. All right, guys. Dapper 86, what is going on, brother? Tell us a bit about what's been going on.
What's going on? So I've been slowly growing my roster. My main is now 9.9. My alt is still the same spot, 5.2. I got a 4th, 7th Rest Star character the other day with Thanos. And that's pretty much it. Thank you.
Congratulations. Goofy, our famous person. My goodness, how many videos have you done this week? 20,000 videos with some big names. If you haven't checked him out on YouTube, check him out, give him a like and subscribe. Goofy, what's been going on, brother?
Not much. We're chilling, man. It's been a good week. It's been a fun week. It's been a very much a fun week. Busy week. But in terms of roster growth, not really much to go. We're almost done with our Marauders now, which means that we're close to being able to move forward with getting to our Doom team, which is pretty much basically like a mishmash of the Avengers with Coulson and Fury. So we're almost there, just so we can finish off that NCW node. We also did finish Node 6 in Dark Dimension 3, and we are now in the hell that is Node 7. It's not fun.
Congratulations.
Yay!
And on the baby account, we finished Dark Dimension 2, so we do got Ultra. We got to go through a second time now on the baby account. So baby account's no longer really a baby account. It's more of a teenage account now. So.
Yeah, nice. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Crayvis, what's been going on, brother? Tell me what's been going on.
All right. So Big Crayvis has been doing a lot of wheel spinning this week. I am currently also working on Doom. I did manage to eke by with a Avengers Wave 1 team with Scientist Supreme slotted in there alongside of I don't remember who the hell else I used. I think Invisible Woman to keep everybody up or something stupid like that. Got through it, restarted, and now we are gearing my pitiful mercs. So that's what Big Crayvis is doing. Little Crayvis is currently panic farming a Psylocke because they moved up mags a couple weeks, and that I was about 35 shards short. So I was like, it's in how many days now? So that's what we do. We panic farm in a little bit of Psylocke.
Nice. I love it. Lex, brother, what has been going on? What's been going on in your world?
Yeah, so in my world, I'm doing my third time DD2 run, which is boring. I'm trying to finish up DD1. I'm about halfway through DD1. I'm buttoning up my symbiotes with AV and Scream, trying to get them to 13. Just 13, tier 13. My Venom. I'm approaching 2 million pretty fast. I'm about 1.95 right now. So I'm pretty excited about that, to hit 2 million finally.
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah. And a couple other things like Ultron. I'm working on Ultron and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah, awesome, bro. Awesome. Xero, we missed you last week, so you got to catch up for 2 weeks. What's been going on, brother? Welcome back.
Oh man, I'm so happy to be back, man. It felt weird not being on the show last week, but I'll let it slide this time because I am generous. I we had Sage come in, great, great substitute. I was rooting for him, and so this week I'm currently on the last node of Dark Dimension 3, and I'm sitting here really hating life, but it's worth it at the end. And baby account. It's moving, getting more active. We're getting a lot of new people in there, so that's fun as well. About it for me this week.
Yeah, nice. And this week, so I'm on node 4, about to hit the global node, so not looking forward to that. Dark Dimension 3. Other than that, it's been pretty quiet on the front. I've gone recently free to play, not necessarily by choice. So I probably won't be getting the Pimtech team, but that's all right. And other than that, I've been on course, so it's been really hard to actually stream, but I did do 1 or 2 streams, so pretty excited about that. All right, guys, let's kick it off with the news. All right, so relatively quiet sort of this week, right? Like, we only had 1 post, which is usually a little different to what they normally do, right? So we got prepare for Symbiosis. That makes sense, right?
Symbiosis.
Symbiosis. There you go. Symbiosis.
It's late. Leave me alone. So yeah, they're talking about this new event coming out. Use the symbiote team with Arena Blitz and Raid, earn some points, hit some daily milestones. So advanced and superior gear. So clearly the advanced is the gear 15, train modules, limited bounty, orb fragments. Be interesting to see how that is. So we'll kick over to Sleepy Weazel as the guest. What are you thinking about this new event? Do you think it'll be pretty easy, considering it's symbiotes?
I went super hard on symbiotes, quite literally. So anything involving them is Sleepy Weazel approved.
It's approved.
Approved. I love it. Look, I think it's going to be pretty good. Ken, are you excited about how they do these sort of, dispersed sort of events that they just randomly come out?
Yeah, I always enjoy whenever they add something new to the game to spice it up, to be honest. And rewards, I'm always welcoming rewards whenever they do this event. This one in particular is going to be pretty easy, I think, by now. Even newer players have really taken the time to work on symbiotes. And if you haven't, then I don't know what you're doing with your life.
That's what I'm doing.
So it's an interesting.
And I also just finished Dark Dimension 3 first run last week as well. I took Doc Ock to Gear 14, destroy the city nodes.
Nice.
So now, even for Arena, just using symbiotes with Doc Ock should be fun.
Oh, so who do you replace out of the symbiote team to replace that one?
Well, I mean, if I want to punch up against Black Order, I would probably end up taking out Carnage. That's what I've been told. So.
Oh, because he's not giving that turn meter because they're very thick. Yeah, that makes sense.
Doc Ock is actually very underrated in that counter. He does a lot. You could definitely try to punch up almost 100k on them.
I'm a big fan of Doc Ock. I've heard that he makes the sim nodes easier. Symbiotes is still probably the best, but Doc Ock being tech isn't taking away that bio, so you're easily able to get those, at least Carnage and Symbiote Spyman in there. I'm going to open it to the floor. Does anyone else have anything that want to talk about this new event? We don't know much, so I will give that.
There had better be no fewer than 7 anti-venom shards that get awarded for it.
Please.
For being titled a symbiote event. Because I'm going to riot if it doesn't.
Please.
We'll burn down their crops.
Personally, I'd like 200, and then I'll get a 6
We're
star.
going to be in their bases killing their dudes, all right? That's all I'm saying.
So the Blitz we're coming up is Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier. Not really used too much. I know he's in the Hydra 2.0 team, but he's not great. Baron Zemo is definitely the key there. And then we've got Ghost. Sleepy Weasel, have you seen some of the footage of Ghost performing in Dark Dimension? Which is, they're trying to sell them as a Dark Dimension team. Have you seen the footage of that?
I have. And the thing that concerns me a great deal about Ghost and Pimtech generally is this bent toward Dark Dimension. Mm-hmm. And then I assume we're going to talk about this later, about the Greek raid.
We are. That's next.
But yeah, I have seen the footage. I do think it looks really, really cool. I'm struggling as to whether I'm excited about Pimtech or not. As someone who's not even started Dark Dimension 3 yet, I wonder how useful they will be for me. So, not really getting excited about them yet, but I do think the team is cool, and I think Ghost is really cool specifically. Cool.
Yeah, that removing turn meter, pretty awesome. Global node, so she's going to help you out there. Whether the whole team is efficient or if it's just her, remains to be seen. Mobile Gamer is the one we were talking about, guys. He did a video. He was running through node, I want to say 4, maybe 5 as well. And he was talking about he wants to see 7 and 8 because they're the hardest ones and see what she's actually bringing to the team. But that constant removal is just absolutely amazing. Ken, you said you were cheap to play, and you haven't been on the show, so we don't know your opinion. But are you keen for this Pimtech team? And what do you think of Ghost so far? If you've seen any film footage?
Yeah, so I actually I'm not necessarily keen about Pimtech. If anybody has gone into my streams, I've actually been the one kind of like defending a couple of those characters from that team per se. Mm-hmm. But the team as a whole, not very excited about Pimtech. I think Ghost is going to be an amazing character. I've been saying it for some time. And, they've been already talking about counters for Ghost. But the thing that she does, her passive with adding on those extra heals per evade, it's going to be huge for her. So as a whole, I think Ghost, I think Yellow Jacket are very exciting characters coming into the game.
Yeah,
Ant-Man and Wasp are Ant-Man and Wasp, at this point. It is what it is. So I'm going to be building my Ghost. Free to play as much as possible. I'm going to be using cores whenever I can to buy the art. I mean, I always tell my guys, don't do as I do as I say. But in my case, I actually value trying to get some orbs, get some chances. If I could get a nice 20-40 drop on Ghost, then I'm a happy man. So nice. I'm going to be doing that for Ghost and Yellow Jacket.
So I have an opinion that I think Ghost is the best of the 5, just due to her swapping of turn meter. Her reduction of turn meter, as well as sharing that health out. We've talked probably extensively with the rest of the roundtable about how excited we are for Pimtech and the disadvantages. So I'm going to hit up Sleepy Weasel first because obviously first time on the show, and then we'll go back to you, Ken. So we've talked in the past about Pimtech. It's a team that's only good in Dark Dimension, right? All their stuff's built towards Dark Dimension. All these bonuses, but only Dark Dimension. And you said that you're not even up to Dark Dimension 3 yet, because last week we talked about Dark Dimension 4. Is this a team that you're thinking about investing, or is it one of those things where it's like, well, it might help me in one mode, but it doesn't help me really anywhere else? So do I want to spend those resources? What do you think?
I actually think that's where I am. It's unlock the team and then just chill on them. Upgrade them slowly. If I find a good use for them, then so be it. But I'm definitely not going to be spending my my apple juice money on Pimtech.
And Ken, same sort of thing.
Get that juice.
Get that juice, baby. Ken, same sort of thing.
So for me, I was talking about, I got a 5 star on Ghost today, so I'm excited. I'm hyped about that.
Oh, congrats.
I'm gonna be taking all of them to Gear 12 for now. I am not gonna be wasting any orange resources, just because at this point, they may end up being, yes, a team that I do take into Dark Dimension 5, but I'm saving all my resources till we start getting a better idea as to if this is really what, DD4 is gonna be all about. So for sure, though, I will be taking Ghost to Gear 14 out of all of them.
That's fair enough. I think we've talked a lot about it in the last couple of episodes, so you definitely check that out, because Pimtech has been highlighted since we talked about that. So we're going to move into the Greek raids, and that's where I really want to see what the guys think with the MSF crew. So you can see on the screen there, guys, I've got the post up for those watching at home. We're updating the raid difficulty selector, which means you can't heal your units. That's where they've sort of added to that one, and they're changing to certain nodes too. So Hand and Kree becomes Kree Pimtech, Kree Ravager becomes Pimtech Wakandan, and Hand Kree Reaper will become Kree Pimtech Wakandan. And apparently this is aimed for mid-December, and this is specifically targeted because we've asked for it, and I think they're slightly getting their wires crossed there. But we'll kick off with you, Sleepy Weasel. What do you think about the Greek raid updates, whatever?
Talk about your all-time missing the boat. This to me is absolutely just silly. We were complaining basically that, yeah, the team seems only useful in Dark Dimension. Could we make them useful in another game mode that would make us want to, roll with them? What they did was just made them required. I didn't ask for them to be required. I'll use them if they're useful, but they're not useful, so I will not use them. This to me is just tone deaf silliness by Scopely. They totally missed the boat. Totally.
No, I'm sort of agreeing. Ken, do you have any comments to say against the Greek raids increase and the changing of teams?
Yeah, it's just in Scopely fashion. Once again, they twist our words. What else can you do? We didn't say make them required for something. All we said is make them useful for something other than Dark Dimension. So, it's one of those things where maybe we just we wait to say something, I guess.
No one make any videos anymore.
Yeah, we're gonna shut down YouTube. We're not gonna do anymore. Make Pimtech great again, because this is what they end up doing on there. It's like, well, you guys wanted it. Here you go. Take it.
Well, that second node, Kree and Ravager become Pimtech and Wakandan. I know Wakandans are also, they were sold as the premier raid team. Not really used anywhere, so clearly they heard our words, just probably in the different way, maybe a rework as opposed to a just put them in a Greek raid. Goofy, the changing of the teams, does that excite you? Because Hand and Kree aren't that great anyway, so I guess it gives you a couple more options. But what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are this is stupid. That's what my thoughts are. This is just downright idiotic and stupid. Where in the world did we ever say, what we would really like to be able to do is to bring in Wakandan 2.0 into raids? Where did we ever say that? They missed the ball. I don't like it. I think that I'm almost wondering if they're saying that there potentially might be a rework for Kree or Ravager or Hand. I'm wondering if they're slightly hinting towards that. I'm stretching it. I know I'm stretching it because this is just stupid. So I'm trying to find some way that they're trying to make sense of this. I don't get it. I don't get it.
All right, so Xero, let's and look, this is a rumor. It was rumored that Ham were going to get rework, maybe Kree as well. If these teams do get reworks, would that make it more exciting for you, Xero?
No. Not at all.
No.
It's dumb because with Kree, obviously, they're gonna unlock the Nick Fury legendary, but now he's kind of like phasing out. So why are we gonna make that team great again when they're about to put him on the block with Iron Man and what's his face, Star-Lord. Yeah, they're sitting up there right now, and I think this is an excuse to make it, make Kree great again. It's stupid, Now, if they were working on a Ravager team, oh boy, you have my vote right there, baby.
With Taserface?
No.
Oh, no Taserface. No, you're out of here. Get out of here, Taserface. You suck.
Yeah.
Dapper, you're in probably the biggest guild out of all of us, with your big account, not your baby account, because your baby account's with us, or your middle account, I guess, now, because you just started. Are you guys at the top end excited about getting a raid difficulty? It's pretty easy for you, so I'm guessing the 4. So are you happy with the increase?
The increase of what?
So I presume high rewards. I mean, it's harder, but you're going to get better rewards and stuff like that. Dapper is not keen.
It's just think about it like this. What they claim to be high rewards and what we claim to be high rewards is completely different. You just look at their offers. 75% off. Of what? So, we don't really see an increase of anything, because the way how we build our teams, we use them way before we even get them. So they haven't really done much.
Yeah. Let's put a bit of positivity here. Is anyone actually excited about anything to do with this, the Greek raids? So I know in our alliance we're not a huge fan.
I've got more crap to fling on it.
We try to be a little positive here.
What if there's somebody who actually uses hand or actually uses Ravagers for those nodes, and now they no longer can anymore?
That's
Why
true.
are you taking things away? You can't call it a raid update if you don't go and add all of the new teams that you have dropped over the last year into all of the freaking nodes, right? Because some people don't want to build up shield idiots before they get Nick Fury either. And they don't have mags yet either for Brotherhood. And those middle lanes are a nightmare, right?
Yeah.
Just throw symbiotes on one of those lanes. Throw all of those teams that you've released in there and actually give people an option, since you're not going to let them heal.
It's interesting. So, Lex, you've got the smallest account, I believe, out of all of us. Is this going to affect how well you can do the raids?
Yes.
Because this
Yes, it
doesn't.
is.
Because this
I was
doesn't
just
say
gonna
that it's
say,
just the
I
raid
think that-
difficulty. It's it looks.
Well,
like
I
it's all
think that I think that they're doing this because they're people are autoing through raids, and so they're trying to find a way to make raids more difficult, which doesn't help newer players in any type of way. And also, I feel like they're basically like like Sleepy was saying, they're trying to force Pimtech on us, and that's not a team that I'm going to be focusing on right now. I thought I was, but I talked to Rem a little bit about it, and after talking with him, yeah, it's not a good idea, and I feel like they're trying to kind of maybe force it on us a little bit too much.
That's an interesting thing too. Now, there's a couple of problems that I have with the post. One is they don't actually say what the actual increase of rewards are, because maybe they're really good, right? I know. I believe it's Gamma has the worst orbs of them all, I believe. Alpha's, I think, is pretty good. Beta's trash, and then Gamma's just absolutely dog trash.
Beta drops something useful every now and again, but it ain't great.
So, I think rewards would have been nice, and it's not on this, but we will talk about this in the main topic about the rewards because everyone's got an opinion on that one. But yeah, look, Greek Raid's already hard for smaller accounts. I'm only at 3 million, so I'm relatively small, and I do have some issues with the Greek Raid. So it's not something I guess I'm excited about. You know, asking Dapper, who's in the top end, he's not super excited about it. So, you know, I guess yay, but not yay. I don't know. It's just more resources that I'm chucking on a team, right? That I don't necessarily need. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It's one of them stupid little party shit where I go,
That we don't have. Not to mention, now we have gear tier 15 and level 80.
Delicious.
Has any? So
by
I'm.
the way, that's what you gonna need to take your Pimtech to use them in DD4. All of them.
Yep.
I'm level 80.
That's the investment you have to make to find out if it works.
Technically,
Or
I guess
you can just
technically
watch
you
somebody
could
do
do
it
three.
and then laugh at them.
What a nerd.
Hey, Dapper, don't talk about Remen like that.
I watch Raymond do stuff
No,
like
I'm
that.
not
I go
talking
right
about
to
Raymond.
the next, like, Raymond's still
That's my brother, my other
Lord.
Ernest's gonna come and kick your ass. So we just had the Fury event. You know, Flash events coming. Magneto straight on his tail. It's like 4 days later. What happens if it's 2 weeks? Sleepy, is this gonna screw you over for Magneto? Because I know a couple of my guys who are smaller accounts were actually tracking for that 2-week break. And do you think that means that they're changing the cadence to, you know, potentially add more characters?
I wasn't ready to boost Magneto again, to be quite honest. So it's really not going to hose me all that much.
Okay.
I could probably panic get there.
Mm-hmm.
About the cadence, releasing new characters, hard to say with me. I don't know enough really about the history and how they used to pace character releases before to give me really informed data about how they would change it in the future. I do think they're releasing too much too fast. It makes it very, very difficult for a newer player with a smaller account to keep up. I mean, I can't compete in the meta at all. You know, so I find myself trying to focus in on one thing and then realizing that one thing isn't useful everywhere. So I end up with a, you know, kind of resource panic, if you will. So hard to say for me, just because I don't know.
That's fair enough. Usually it was about 2 weeks each legendary. I know a couple of people who thankfully are actually going to get Magneto, even though he's coming out 4 days. Might be a bit of a cool thing there, but they were tracking, Magneto's meant to be the end of the month, I believe, and he's like 4 days away or something. So Ken, is this...
I have him.
Oh, that's good then. That's good, yeah. In this game, you can pretty much an unlock is just as good as, you know, having a 6-star.
I'll be getting an unlock.
Oof, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Ken, is this throwing it up, and what do you think this means, you know, Magneto coming so close to Fury?
I mean, I think we talked about it in one of my streams. It's just the shuffling. You know, they're gonna continue to add legendaries into the game, and I think it's gonna all start falling into place. Nick Fury maybe at one point becomes another permanent legendary similar to Iron Man, so maybe he gets removed from the rotation. I mean, something has to happen when it comes to balancing the timeline of this roster. So I myself, I like to always I'm done with unlocking all the legendaries. I'm up to date. I have even Doc Ock, like I mentioned. And I use tools like Sarah tools, which really are really great when it comes to like you managing your resources, being able to build your synergy teams in order to unlock legendary characters. So, you know, I've done a pretty good job of using those tools to make sure that I prioritize certain legendaries prior to others.
Is that a spreadsheet or something? Sorry.
Yeah, it's a spreadsheet. It works fantastic.
Can you check a link to that in the chat? People might.
Yeah,
be
I can
interested
definitely
in
put a link into
Thanks,
that.
man.
I'll go and look it up right now, but it does a great job of helping people, like I said, prioritize on how to build certain synergy teams. You don't even know how many shards you have to do towards a certain legendary and how many you need to average on a daily basis. So I think I found that very helpful to do. I think that the timeline it's changing. Like I said, just because we just got Doc Ock, we're probably gonna get a new legendary coming up soon. So I expect at one point or another Nick Fury to be a permanent legendary in the game. So
Goofy.
All I gotta say.
Sorry, Dapper, you go.
All I gotta say is all these newcomers are so spoiled. Back in my days, I had to work hard to figure it out.
Oh man,
I
here we
heard somebody
go.
talking about cadence.
Back in my day.
Wasn't
We were using Guardians for
Black Widow
DD2.
was like 3 years until she was actually farmable.
So it's a good thing. Potentially to speed up the legendaries, so there's less time that you have to. So probably not so bad when they originally changed it, but instead of 6 months waiting for Black Bolt, maybe it's only it's not 6 weeks. It probably be like 8 weeks. I think there's 8 legendaries, so potentially that could speed up you getting the legendaries. So in one way, that might be a good thing. But for people who are definitely aiming for these next ones, and I don't remember them talking about Magneto coming so quickly in a previous post, because we obviously go through the news each week. Goofy, is this throwing you? And do you think so? The two people that I've heard names of, it's either Fury or Star-Lord. Are you happy with this change? We don't even know if it's changed, but obviously Magneto's coming. And who do you think would get the presidential treatment, as it were, like Iron Man, where he's just constantly there?
Yeah, so in general, it doesn't really affect me. Actually, even on my baby account, I'm going to get Magneto.
Mm-hmm.
I just might have to like boost up some of the characters in terms of just like gear and level.
Yeah.
But that's not really a big deal. I do think that it does affect people who were obviously farming for Magneto, thought that they had time. That kind of hurts a little bit. I feel like it would have been better if they had prepared you to do that. But of course, they don't really care. They want you to spend to try to finish it off so that you can get the character anyway. So that's the Scopely way of them being able to do it. But I do think that Fury is probably going to be the next character that is going to be retired, mainly because they're not making any money from Fury. Like, nobody's buying the offers. Nobody cares. I mean, nobody really uses Fury unless you've already had him for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really. He's like Iron Man right now. Like, he's good. He's better, but he's not game changer, especially now with the Avengers and now with like the Coastal Avengers team. Like, a lot of people are now starting to go in that direction. So
Yeah.
I think Fury is definitely going to be the next character that's going to get that sort of presidential, treatment.
So Crayvis, obviously we've talked about, Fury possibly getting the presidential treatment, right, and moving to a constant thing. We got Iron Man. Do you think that they should do a retweet of, like a rework of these characters, especially the legendaries, probably more so? Every couple of years, making sure that, I'm not saying that they have to be the best team, but do you think that they should at least, be worthy, I guess? Because Iron Man, Power Armor is okay, but he's not the greatest.
I feel like what they needed to do, and I feel like it's too late to do it, but I feel like they needed to try to input some of those stats into Gear 15 to take some of these lower range characters, specifically Shuri.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Man's also pretty bad, numbers wise, to just try to give them a little bit of extra stats to kind of get them on par with the other legendaries. They don't have to be game breaking necessarily. I mean, Iron Man could probably use a retouch because some of his stuff is pretty yucky.
Yeah.
But everybody else is pretty functional, kind of the way they are. Star-Lord works pretty well, and he's pretty good in a few areas. Nick Fury is one of the fastest characters still in the game. And if you take him into your Dark Dimension, you can sit there and you can pop up a couple little minions to get killed, to get your Nervous and turn meter, maybe make something happen. So these characters are still good. They're not as good as some of the newer characters that came out, but I feel like in order to do the stat tweakings, unless they want to just go through and adjust everything from the bottom up, which is going to cause all kinds of nightmares on the end product, because things are going to be hitting for way too much. They can just, when they go up to T16 and do Dark Dimension 5, they can maybe look at like, all right, so we need to give some of these older characters a lot more health than some of the newer characters to kind of catch everybody up and make it about level again.
All right, guys, get your shots ready. When Relics came out for Star Wars, they did the same sort of thing. They changed all the stats. Well, they didn't change the stats, but they definitely gave a lot of characters a big a boost up to sort of balance out a lot of the characters. So some of the meta best characters got less of a boost, and that's sort of how they're going forward. Legendaries, I think, should be very powerful, and I think that definitely. Iron Man is not in the top 10. Star-Lord is not in the top 10, though. He's definitely functional. And I would still argue he's probably the first legendary you should get. There's a couple of guys in my alliance, my mates who are in the chat, and they can definitely say that Star-Lord really got him through Dark Dimension probably a lot sooner than what they probably could have, which gives you Ultron, which is a really big boost to your roster. So I think Iron Man's usually the first one people get. And he's pretty good in the Wave 1, which helps out. I mean, Lex, you used Iron Man in Wave 1 for a while until you eventually got, the Power Armor team ready and the Asgardian team. I thought he was going to go more with that. That's fair enough.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, just, yep. Yep, I sure did.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
So I'm
Mr.
to
Bond.
caveat off of you, Mendogs.
Yo.
I think they should just make it with the legendaries just like Swogo, where it's just sitting there. And the moment you're ready to go and you jump in there, you can take your legendary and get out. Versus, everyone's waiting for the infograph. Oh, is he coming this month? Oh, well, I have rough dates that they will come out right now. But it's like, okay, but with Swogo's like, all right, we're sitting there. I know I'm going for, Emperor Palpatine or something like that. I don't
So
know,
many
man.
shots. So many shots.
But I think that's one of the
journey
coolest
guide.
things. You don't have to wait.
That's what's called the journey guide.
YouTube, it's okay.
Yeah. So Swogger, another shot, has this thing called Journey Guide. It has all the legendaries. Now, the brand new ones, you have to wait. I think it's 3 months. And by the time it's the second time, then they're permanently in there. So that is definitely something that they could look into. And I think that would be really good. You've already got the Iron Man there. Why not have some of these lower tier ones straight in there? And then you've got the say Blade's the next one, because that was a rumor for a while. Blade doesn't go instantly in there, but you can look up, all right, so he requires this. You don't need to look up an infograph. It's because in that game, it says, the characters you need for this and what gear you need for it. Mm-hmm. To finish off the news, we do have the Merc Mayhem and the Payday. No, sorry, that's the same thing. So definitely get your Merc. Yeah, definitely get it out. And Ken, there you go. There's a comic book there. If you guys don't know, Ken loves his comic books, so definitely check him out and then talk about comic books. It doesn't matter what they are. He loves them, and he loves showing them off too. So if you are going to watch him, just ask, and he will show you. Guys, so we're going to go into the round table, and I'll hit up the two special guests at the end. So Xero, what is your war and your raid advice this week?
War and raid. War. Just pay attention to what you're doing. I know a lot of people, they're getting complacent when it comes down to throwing different war attacks. Just sit there for a second, look at what the STP is for that guy, and then pick the smart choice. Sometimes people want to go in there and test it out. It's like, all right, well, you got like 23 other guys in there looking at you, and they're like, all right, he's gonna do it. He's gonna beat this team. And then you cancel out the team. They're like, no! They just get all frustrated with you. Just
sorry, I had to get the door.
Just look at it. And then for raid, just play smart. Don't auto it. Unless you have a pretty big symbiote team like myself. About 300k. It's pretty big.
Only 300.
I mean, just say.
I don't want to brag or anything.
I got the symbiote.
So Lex, give us some new player advice.
All right. Well, so I mean, I recently I've been having people ask me about placement with your teams. Just learning the basics with placement, where where different characters go, where they should go. Usually, technically, you'd want to put your tanks on the end and characters that can counter and deflect and stealth on the inside. And there's exceptions to the rule. There's also there's a bunch of videos on YouTube about it. If you want to get into detail about it, I'll try and keep it short for the video. Other than that, blitzing, try and finish all your milestones. Usually newer players with smaller accounts, they'll have trouble, getting those high ranking scores. So try not to worry too much about that. Just try and finish your milestones at the very least. As far as arena goes, same thing. Just try and get as far as you can in arena. Just try and stay on top of it the best you can so that you can be acquiring all those credits. And the store is going to be your best friend when you're early on in the game, because there's a lot of good characters you can farm out of the store. And yeah, that's about it.
No dramas. All right, so Goofy, cheap to play. What's your advice for that?
My bad. Yeah, so pretty much, like I said, it's probably just going to be a repeat again. Stature's out this week. Obviously, if you're not spending, then make sure that you're utilizing your cores, to refresh nodes, to go back in again to get your campaign, to not refresh nodes, sorry, to do extra nodes, getting extra energy, using your cores to get extra energy so that you can actually go through and get those orb fragments to be able to open up those orbs. Also, another big thing too is just trying to tell people not to rush. I think a lot of people tend to try to rush to try to catch up. They look at big streamers or that have big accounts, things like that. Do not rush. Like, this game is it's a marathon. It's really not a sprint. You really gotta make sure that, I think a lot of people try to, and no, Dark Dimension 2 is like, I need to finish Dark Dimension 2 to get Ultron. Yeah, you do, but you also need to build a wide roster so that you can have various teams that you can use in different areas, like Greek raids, so you want to just don't rush it. Take your time, plan it out. Look at the teams that are good. Look at tier lists. Sometimes you gotta take tier lists with a grain of salt, because it depends on what you have and red stars and stars and things like that. But look at your tier list, figure things out, make it work, but don't rush in this game. Take everything kind of like incrementally, and kind of progress as best as you possibly can.
Too easy. Thanks for that advice. So Crayvis, guild management, please tell us a bit your tips for the week.
All right, we got something a little bit different this time. Now,
Ooh.
I hope by this point, all of you people that are running guilds out there doing all that kind of stuff are running to Discord, because the in-game chat sucks, right? But in your Discord, you don't necessarily have to be like all business all the time. We got a couple of channels in there that work pretty well to kind of help people kind of break the ice. We run our Discord as a cluster, so we've got like 5 guilds in there, so it's kind of a busy place. But we've got like a mic drop channel, so when people get like good drops crap, they can go post it, and everybody else get pissed. And then we've got an anti mic drop channel to where I can post all my crap that I get, and then people can feel bad for me. So we've got things like memes, and you can drop memes in there, pet pictures. I mean, just get to know the people in your alliance, man. They're real people, and if you guys are friends with each other, then they'll probably be a little bit more likely to answer your, hey, we need somebody to clear this team in the bridge. Right.
Thank you very much. Ken, as a special guest, Nietzsche normally talks about PvP. What's your feeling towards PvP? Do you want to give the advice for PvP, or would you like to choose a different subject to cover? It's a bit of a tip for the week.
Well, I do have
wallet.
You can't do whale chat. Whale chat is Dapper.
The way my bank account is set up, I can't whale like Nietzsche does. But I will say this: I have a 1-1 record against him. I want it to stay that way because I can always say that, you know what, we're on the same level, even though that's not the case.
I'm the same. I haven't versed him since.
We're gonna leave it at that. He came into my stream the other day and he challenged me. He was like, I know he lost sleep over like losing to me. So he came in. I let him win it. I said, we're gonna end this right here. But I will say this: I love PvP myself. I'm probably one of the few that actually enjoy PvP. I
love
enjoy
it.
PvP.
I love it.
Not so much when it's like quick match, or I don't enjoy PvP when it's per se like
Community.
When you're PvPing like one of your friends, then yes, I'm all for it. I think it's a good time. When it's for rewards, I'll play it as well. So I think that this game is going to continue to be geared towards building more and more the PvP roster side of things. My stream is not necessarily 100% PvP, so that's as far as I go, and celebrating Nietzsche when it comes to the PvP side.
So we are working with Nietzsche. Well, I am, and we'll get the roundtable as well as some other streamers. If you guys did participate in that one, Nietzsche organised a tournament where he had a whole bunch of streamers follow individually probably the best players, in the sense that each streamer got one of the top ranking PvP players, and then we all collated into everyone's stream and the one stream. Very cool, very, very awesome sort of thing. You know, you could follow your best players you could play. The thing that Nietzsche didn't like about that is because he was running it, he couldn't play. So I said, look, let's organize this. We'll do it again, except I'll run it so then you can play. And he's like, I'm down. Let's do it. Let's do it right now. I'm like, but it's like Wednesday. I'm on course. But so guys, hit me up on Discord if you're keen to stream, or if you're just interested in that sort of community event. We'll look at prizes and stuff for it as well. Yeah, let me know if you're keen on that, and we'll probably organize in it. We were looking at around December. Probably actually the day after this. So what day is that? Probably looking at this point on the 19th of December. So yeah, definitely hit me up on Discord if you are keen on that. And again, if you guys are streamers and you want to cover it, we are going to run the same rules. You can't be in it and stream it, obviously. But if you're keen to just some commentary, it is a fantastic sort of session there. Dapper, Whale Corner, please tell us some whale advice and Kraken advice. Buy everything.
Sure. So soon by now you're gonna have Ghost. So the best thing to spend your money on is cores. There's no really good offers. I was kind of like trying to convince myself to say like, yeah, the level 80 promotion deals that they got going on, it's going to be a good offer, and it's really not. Like, yes, it does bring some stature or whatever, but I'm not really sold on that team. I really don't think they're going to do much. It's going to be a Wakanda point to Dark Dimension. You're probably better off using the hand to do those nodes.
2.0 Dark Dimension Edition.
Yeah, so all jokes aside, I still think that using cores, buying cores, is going to be your best bet for what you're going to be doing, because you'll be able to, if you really want to well out on stature, now's your time. Or if you just want to stack up for whenever character that you really want to go crazy on, you can do it. You can use it on Blitz. So core, you'll be able to use it everywhere, while all these other offers just trying to continue to use it in one area. And that's pretty much it.
And then I think it's everything about when we do this sort of segments, it might not necessarily pertain to you. Like maybe you're 11 million account, so Lex isn't really going to help you with an early play thing. But I think everyone definitely contributes to their strengths, and it's interesting to see the different sort of advice there. Sleepy, come on, give us some wisdom, give us some really good stuff to finalize the segment. Some wings of wisdom.
The WW, baby.
I'm so excited for what
Make
this
sure-
man has for you.
Best wisdom I have is make sure when you buy your apple juice, you buy a good brand. It tastes a lot better when you do that.
Don't be getting the Kroger brand, right?
Don't be getting
terrible
apple juice.
If it comes in a jug, probably not the best.
If there's a handle molded into the juice jug,
Probably ought to stay away from that. But in seriousness, the advice I would give really is much in line with what Lex and Goofy already said. Is is take your time. Make sure that you're completing your daily stuff. If you're a new player, this game can be quite discouraging at first because it looks so massive. It looks so massive. But if you take your time and you keep grinding out your dailies, and be careful if you're going to spend what you spend on, do your research, you'll find that this is quite fruitful and your money can be very well spent and build your roster quite quickly. Don't make the same mistakes I made and strictly focus on beating DD2 like was talked about earlier, or buying characters that don't add value.
Yeah.
Take your time, do your research, and whether you choose to spend no money or a big huge pile of money, this can be quite fruitful for you.
Mm-hmm. Just to echo that, everyone who's performed, everyone who's been on the show, and obviously the actual MSF Roundtable crew, we all have Discords. Everyone's on mine as well. We do the after party and we do a couple of things there. But definitely reach out to us. And not saying that we are the be-all to end-all for advice and stuff like that. But we do know people, completely free-to-play people. Supervillain Ben, he's been on the show a couple of times, is got some really good advice if you're not spending any money in the game. And then we've got a lot of guys, obviously we do Dapper for the whale sort of side of the house, but we do have a lot of experience. So definitely join the Discords, be part of the community. It's an amazing community. Everyone is just so helpful. If you don't know something or you just want to get something, just hit people up. And then we're more than happy to help you out. So that's a shameless plug for both my Discord and everyone else's that's jumping in. And as you can see through the chat, I've definitely got the links to all the guests and the MSF crew today. All right, guys, this is your favorite section of the entire thing. Rumor has it. Guys, get your hats. Get your hats. There we go. Oh, Sleepy Weazel has one. I love it. Love it.
The alpha point. I love the alpha point.
Guys, can I get a Xero with sus in the chat? He's out. All right, guys, so I'm going to kick off with a juicy rumor, and I think people actually enjoy this. So I've heard Captain America and Hawkeye again pulled off the Wave 1 Avengers, and they're moving on to the Black Widow team that is coming. It was already meant to be out, but obviously the movie got delayed, which I think is super exciting. We've got her dad, who's the Russian Captain America sort of person. And I also heard Hulk is getting his own team in 2021. Juicy. Delicious.
Yay.
Delicious.
It's steps here. We don't clap.
Do I hear a rework for Hulk? Let's hope so. Guys, Sleepy, do you got any good juicy rumors for us? Don't have to be real, but any juicy rumors?
I did. I wish I had the kind of juice that you guys have, but nothing major. Same stuff. Where exactly is Kitty Pryde? Where is Shadowcat? Where are these characters at? And when will they be here? I could just make some crap up if I wanted to, but maybe they'll be here next week. I don't know.
You heard it here first by Sleepy Weazel. If he's wrong, you can go to his channel, give him a follow, and then tell him that he's wrong.
Tell him how wrong I am.
Ken, you got any juicy rumors for us?
No, I just try to keep up with the rumors, to be honest. And then now you just mentioned Hulk, so I'm thinking...
He's excited!
Yeah, who are we getting? Now I want freaking the Hulk fan. I want Son of Hulk. Give me some of that.
I heard Dapper is actually the model for, what's the Grey Hulk? Mr. Fix-It or whatever it is?
Mm-hmm. Joe Fix-It.
Joe Fix-It, yeah.
Red Hulk action. I'll take Red Hulk in the game.
Yeah, Red Hulk.
So, yeah.
Dangle Karen Baskin.
Yeah, that's the rumor that I heard was that Red Hulk, She-Hulk, the Red She-Hulk,
Abomination,
and
maybe?
then
I mean, who knows?
they will unlock the legendary, which will be Joe Fix-It.
Ooh, that is a juicy rumor. I would have thought Professor Hulk would have been the legendary, but wait, happy with Joe Fix-It. I think Joe Fix-It would be awesome in this game.
Yeah, he's gonna be there with his fedora and his suit. He's gonna be looking really sharp.
And if he called Dapper 86 in the game.
Yeah, fedoras that shapeshift into other fedoras.
One of his moves will be Dapper whale card. Goofy.
That's a while into somebody's head.
Goofy, you got any good juicy rumors for us, brother?
Nah, man, I ain't got nothing.
Xero.
Well, this is just a rumor. It was spread at least through the community that by maybe February, March, we are gonna receive a partnership Goofy. I'm hoping that's the term right there that we're meeting. But it's just a rumor. It's just a rumor. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about.
He's saying that Goofy's coming to the table. That's pretty exciting stuff. Crayvis, you got any juicy rumors for us?
The only rumor that I got is that I heard that Goofy's OnlyFans passed 100,000 fans, but I didn't want to put him on blast, really.
That deserves.
That's not a rumor. I'm a member.
That's not a rumor. That's fact.
That's fact.
Sorry,
that's
I did
fact.
not mean to short sell you.
Toenails, baby.
I tell you what, definitely those pictures are worth it. Dapper in the bathtub drinking some Pinot Noir. Is that the wine of choice, Goofy? I'm pretty close to it. See, not rumor. It's a fact. Sorry, it's not fact has it. It's rumor. Rumor has it. Sorry, my bad. Sage in the chat. I heard that he's doing a topless DJ Thursday. Don't know if that could be a rumor. We don't know. Always doing the guns out though. There was so much hate when he's like, "Oh, get the guns out." Crayvis, you got any chats?
Wait, what?
You got any rumors, Crayvis?
No. The only rumor I had was Goofy's feet.
Oh, that's fair enough.
I do have.
I could make up something about his hands OnlyFans, but that would feel like kind of ripping off the end of that.
Oh, Goofy said he'd do it. Give me a 30-day sub to QF to Goofy stream, and I'll do Butter and DJ. There you go. So not a rumor anymore.
I do have a tip for those who are trying to get the characters when they're released to 7 yellow stars. All you gotta do is the whiskey theory.
Oh, what's the whiskey theory?
It's very simple. All you gotta do is just get the bottle of whiskey, good class whiskey, right? Every time you open it and it's a bad pull, you gotta take a shot and chug it.
We're not condoning drinking, guys.
The bottle, you're not gonna care how much you spent. So you will have
That's some terrible advice I would give. Oh my lord.
It works. There you go. You heard it here.
$200 to $1,000. But by the time you get done, you have it done.
All right, guys. There you go. You heard it here first. Whiskey theory. Lex, do you have any juicy rumors for us?
I just heard the same thing as you about Black Widow and them splitting up the Avengers for a different team, and Black Widow's going to get a rework and a new art rework, or a new icon, new hair color, all that stuff.
Oh, I didn't hear that she was getting. I heard she's getting a rework. I didn't hear that she's getting a whole new art cover.
Yeah, like a new icon. Somebody sent it to me. I'd have to find the link, but yeah. So,
yeah, fair enough.
See.
That sounds pretty awesome. Indeed. Yeah, look, that pretty much concludes it. We've obviously gone through a couple of ones, who the next legendary is. I've actually heard now that Blade isn't the next legendary. He's just coming out as a character. So probably December, and then January is the next one. So. Look, I'm pretty excited for whenever a new legendary comes out. Not that I'll get in the first time, but always excited, right? Rumor has everyone's got grounded and cut off. The Emma muscles went away. All right, guys, we're going to kick off with the main chat. Put away your tinfoil hats. Look, guys, if Scopely ever does anything bad, they know, that they didn't hear what we said, so it's fine with the tinfoil hats. That's why we wear it, guys. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, kick off the thing, is because we've got 2 new people, and we like to talk about ISO 8, and I think generally people are pretty happy with it. But we're going to kick off with you, Sleepy. ISO 8, we've talked a lot about it on the show. We're actually pretty positive towards it. What are you thinking? How has your experience been with it? Are you excited? Because they mentioned that they're expanding it with tweaks, with new classes, stuff like that, and new tiers. Are you excited for this area of the game?
Well, yes. So far, my experience with ISO 8's been very, very, very positive, and actually made it where I could take what I used to have to intentionally click through in auto with some of my more powerful teams. The only place I struggle with it is deciding which teams to prioritize putting ISO 8 on. So the expansion of ISO 8 I think is a very positive thing. Whatever they decide to do to it, as long as they do it with intention, and don't screw it up, I'll be very happy with it. So far, so good. I'm loving the system so far.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of it. Me and Goofy, we did a video about it. We talked a lot about it on the show. Very happy with the system, and I like how they're planning to move forward to it and do some tweaks. Ken, first time on the show. I'd love to hear your opinion about ISO 8. How you find it? Do you think it's a good system, and are you excited for them building upon it, which they've said that they will be doing?
Yeah, I absolutely love ISOs, to be honest. As I mentioned, something that we're doing on Wednesdays is we are building a nice little community in Ken's Army right now, and they're
Ken's
coming
Army,
in, they're coming to the show, and they're dropping a lot of love, and we get to communicate when it comes to like synergy teams, how to build ISOs for synergy teams. It's been a lot of fun. A nice fun addition to the game. And the cool thing right now with ISOs is that depending on where you're using certain teams, you may want to do different ISOs, whether it's for arena, whether it's you're trying something different for your race team, like Symbiote just putting full-on healers on your Symbiote team to try something different. That's the fun part for me, the fact that you get to do multiple things. I'm almost too excited about ISOs, and I keep saying like I wish that they had like the locking system for like arena as well, the same way that they have it for wars, so that I have to keep going back and forth and changing my ISOs for certain scenarios in the game. But other than that, I love the slow progression. I think it's only going to benefit anybody in the game, even new players that are coming into the game. I think can only benefit from ISO. So yeah, nothing bad to say about it at all.
Yeah, look, I'm really enjoying it, as we said, and I think we can quickly go around the table if anyone actually has changed their opinion. But I think overall we've been pretty happy with it. Oh, Crayvis has
Dapper put on 10 hats?
Yes, I would just like to point out that Dapper's wearing about 15 hats. And
he's the most fly of all of us.
Apparently, he's equipped every ISO 8 to his head.
I still got more.
How high can you go? Can you make it as tall as my Dr. Seuss hat? Make it as tall as my Dr. Seuss hat.
I actually thought it was a Dr. Seuss hat.
I don't even know how
Is it nearly touching the roof?
We need that hat stack to go out of the frame.
Oh no, it's tripping.
Let's go, bro.
The leaning tower of Fedora.
You have the final boss node of Fedoras.
And guys, this is
Is
pretty much the MSF Roundtable. We always have a good time. Oh no!
Damn, bro.
Party foul.
All right. So I posted on the chat if they can guess how many hats I got. The first person who gets it right next week, I will give them $20.
Ooh.
Is that right? Is that right? I just guessed.
I'll give you $20. I guess.
Also,
I
the
think
answer is
12.
147.
Oh.
10.
Oh, what's... How tall is Dapper?
I'm short. 5'5".
You are not 5'5", dude.
I call bullshit.
Whales on Fedoras, like...
We're getting some exciting things. Alright guys, so we are going to move on with the next thing, but definitely get your questions within it. I don't think he said money, I think he said how many hats he has, so it's probably a lot. Definitely let us know. At the end of this segment, Dapper, let us know who the closest is. Alright, so...
Somebody already nailed it.
Whoa, who was that? Please say Men Dogs.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Was it Men Dogs? Don't tell it was Mad 403 at 217 hats. All right.
Like Flex.
Fucking breezy.
Alex likes Flex. How many did he go?
Flex got a quack.
Congratulations. All right, guys. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is the Mighty Doom campaign that's coming out. It's like an event sort of thing where you will actually be able to play with Doom. How exciting is that? Not going to need Mr. Sinister for this one. Sleepy, would you actually prefer some characters to come out like this where you can actually test them out? And what do you think about this new campaign coming out? You have to be over level 40, but that seems to be the only requirement at this stage. It was data mined.
Sir? Yes. We should be able to test players before
Characters.
Characters, excuse me. Before throwing the kind of cash around that we're being asked to. And a character that's locked behind an extremely hard event where newer players like myself aren't going to touch it for quite a long time. To be able to actually access some of that content might incentivize me to be a little more aggressive with my play, if you will. So I think it'd be a really good thing. I'm excited to get to play with them without having to use Mr. Sinister.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. I think it could be quite positive if they went down this road more in the future.
Yeah, nice. And look, no one's questioning whether Doom's going to be good. We all know he's going to be great. But it is pretty exciting. Ken, what do you reckon of this? And do you think they should, moving forward, you should be able to test out these characters? I'm not saying in a complete sandbox mode, but at least like in an event where you can actually go, well, does this character actually bring much to my roster?
I think it's a win-win for them, to be honest, for you to get a little bit of a taste out of what this character can do for you. But at the same time, I don't think it's something that they're gonna do a lot for us. You know, more than anything, it is a mobile game. They want to make sure that we end up paying for this character. So
yeah,
I don't think it's gonna be like the consistent thing. But it's always great when you get to see, especially a character that's not even out. It's gonna be taking some time for most people to get Dr. Doom anytime soon, right? So just to get a little bit of taste of him, it's a win-win. It gets us excited. It's gonna make sure that people push towards him at one point in the game. So yeah, I'll take it.
Yes, they do. Is the longest question ever. And do I think Doom will be able to beat the Ravengers? I don't know. I heard Taserface is coming. Oh, quick, get the... I heard Taserface is coming to the game. Taserface. And then he might be able to beat Doom. He's going to be the counter to Doom. They always sell the counter. And, you know, Black Bolt was the counter to Ultron. Taserface, you heard it here first, guys. So, Goofy, what are your thoughts on this Doom campaign? Did you know about it?
I think it's cool. Yeah, I think it's cool. I mean, it's cool, right? I'm excited about being able to get the character. I'm still just a little salty in general, just about anything DD4, rewards, Pim Tech team.
We will
whatever.
be talking about that too, so you have to go all out.
Yeah, but at the same time, yeah, it's cool to be able to play with the character and kind of get an idea of what Doom is like, especially considering that I won't be able to get him until 2026. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited about.
I think half of us are like that.
Maybe Pim Tech is not so Pimp Tech.
Possibly, we don't know.
They're just Pim Tech.
Lex, haven't started Dark Dimension 3 yet. Are you excited, at least just to test out the character? And started previously, would you have been excited to play with Ultron before you got him?
Yeah, I think it would have been good. I like Ken and Sleepy were saying, it's just more incentive for players to spend and be able to test characters out and see what they can do and see what they're about. You know, like Ken said, they probably won't do it too much, but it'll be nice to see what they're all about for sure. I think, and especially newer players that might not get them for a long time, it'll be a lot of fun to play with them. So.
Yeah, look, I'm excited. I'm up with Goofy in that 2016. is when I'm probably getting Dr. Doom. But it is exciting to see, and I'm not sure if it's going to make me spend to get him, but it probably will incentivize me more just to push really hard towards getting that Dark Dimension 3 once people have worked out what are the best teams to take in. So Crayvis, we talked a bit about Dr. Doom in past episodes. Do you think playing with the character in general, so for example, when he came out, we looked at his kit, we thought he was good, and I actually referenced now Pimp Team because they are coming out. You get to play with them on the first node of each of the Stature event. Does that get you excited a bit for that team because you get to try them out, or are you still, no?
Sorry to bring up the evil GOH, but I've done enough marquee events through that to know that they heavily weight those fights to make that team look amazing. And that team is very seldom that actual amazing once you get your hands on it. So I'm not like going into Dark Dimension, if they gave you an actual node where you could use Doom, for example, so you'd get an idea what you're getting, it'd be all well and good, but it's not going to make any difference to me because I'm still probably going to be taking up the same characters and still probably going to be grinding through the same way.
Fair enough. So we're going to move on to the Doom, because I've been getting a lot of chatter in Discord and stuff. Xero, you made a video about this, so I'm going to kick over to you first. The rewards, and I don't want to go super negative, guys, so we're not, I might stop it if we get super, bashed on the game, but the rewards for DD4, you mentioned in your video, it's very end-game content. This isn't like, I've been playing for 2 weeks, I'm suddenly Dark Dimension 4. I mean, I guess if you spend a lot of money, you probably could, but the rewards seem very lackluster. Because, it's pretty much the same as what we're getting in Dark Dimension 3, Dark Dimension 2 even, just a little bit more gold, like actual gold. What would you have liked to see with those rewards?
Doubled. Every node, doubled. Every single thing we're getting, because now we're just doing a more souped up DD3. I want double rewards. If I'm gonna go take my rear to level 80, T15, why am I not getting double? Because guess what? Mega Orbs, useless to us. It's all Ultima's food until we get newer players. Newer tunes. So it doesn't make any sense. Make it worth my while, and double all the rewards. Like this 300k gold nonsense. Why not make it 600k? I spent all my hard-earned gear.
I would argue a million.
Yeah,
and people might go, that's a lot, but
up to the level required.
Not to mention the amount of gold it's going to take your characters from 75 to 80 is just going to be outrageous.
16 characters, by the way, 33 million. 16 characters,
wow.
33 million from 75.
That's crazy.
75 to 80.
So as I said, guys, I think the rewards are a bit lackluster. I would have liked to see some other things in there. So Goofy, I think you did a video as well talking about the rewards, and they're very lackluster. Without rehashing the rewards, is there something else that you'd like to see in the rewards? Or B, would you like to see another character to replace not replace Ultimus, but another character that you could farm? So instead of Ultimus shards, it becomes like a shard system, and you've got, say, Ultimus 7 stars, so now they bring in another character, say like Silver Surfer or something like that. Would that more appeal to you? Would you be like, oh, actually, you know what?
Oh, yeah.
Xero is down for that.
You have my vote.
The character would be nice. I think for me, more kind of like in a practical way, just more gold. Things that would help me to not just help me to kind of like recover some of the gold that I'm going to be spending to get characters in. I'm not asking you to give me the whole 100%, but at least give me a third of it back would be nice. And then also for me, I mentioned this in my video too, training mats. I think would have been really nice, just because you're gonna have to spend a lot of those. Also ions, because now you have, you have to upgrade characters with your ISOs, so that would have been nice too. And then also just upgrade the Elite 5 to now maybe an Elite 6. If you're gonna keep the same amount of sort of elite Red Star orbs, give us some Elite 6s now, like up it a little bit, just to make it feel like this is something new. Because pretty much all we're getting now is just we're getting Doom. And after this long slog, this long grind, we're just getting Doom. So if they're just giving us a little bit more, just a little carrot, just a little one, just give us something, that would have been nice, in my opinion.
So
too much slap, not enough tickle.
Yeah, no spit. We want the whole root bottle.
So Lex, you're about to go and you're aiming for Dark Dimension 3, right? You're at that point now. Let's fast forward. You've just finished Dark Dimension 3, or even you can use Dark Dimension 3 as a really good example as well. Are you building the 6 recommended characters? That's like Hela, Minerva, Maul, Symbiosis, Spider-Man, Carnage, with Colossus as, and then there's a couple other ones that are good, like Emma and stuff like that. Are you building that core 6? Phoenix, sorry, yeah, Phoenix is the 6th one. Are you building towards that at the moment for your Dark Dimension 3?
Yeah. Well, right now you hit 4 out of 5. I am doing Symbiote, Minerva, Carnage. I'm working a little bit on Emma, and then there's a lot of different people I like to bring, have ready for Dark Dimension, not just 5, maybe 2 different teams to bring into it. But I'm getting close. I'm about to start working on doing the T14s here pretty soon. So, it's a long grind, but
yeah, good. So Dapper, you're probably the closest in the MSF roundtable to get there. If the rewards were better, would you specifically build a team for? Because it's anyone can be in the first, I think, 1 node, and then it goes global, cosmic, city, and then legendary. Are you building a team for global, and whilst you're going through global, you're building the next team, or are you just going to sort of bring them all up at the same sort of time? Because remember, this one you actually need, I believe, 4 each node. You can't just bring in like just Phoenix, for example, which you could in Dark Dimension 3.
Yeah, so if the rewards was better, absolutely, I'll just focus on the characters that I'll need for the first node. Not even worry about the 3D, node that you're gonna get. I will just go strictly to the world, global, and then cosmic, and then city, and then legendary. But the thing is that the rewards is not there. I still feel like it's a downgrade from Dark Dimension 3, because at least in Dark Dimension 3, you got silver promotion credits, you got gold promotion credits.
Yeah.
You actually felt accomplished that you went through hell and back for, even though it was not the best rewards, you were still getting something. Now it's just like, oh, here's Doom. Well, that's all you're going to get. You want a little gear? Here you go. Here's a little gear. The nodes, you only get, I don't even know why you're even getting mega orbs, because they're useless at that point. I don't know, Elite 5. By that time, you most likely going to have most of your roster by Elite 5. So, all these is just like a big slap in the face, like, oh, you weld hard. Here you go. Just give me more money, because now you're going to have other wells and Krakens who are going to panic farm, panic spend, then beat Dark Dimension. Like we already got person claiming that he's going to be the first one to beat in Dark Dimension 4. So it's just like, it's just ridiculous.
So before we quickly move on to the last part of this conversation, I do have a question for our 2 Ken and Sleepy. How close are you to? Whoa, we lost someone.
No,
Vynora jumped in. What are you doing, Vynora?
Someone.
You're ruining my
Regain
camera. You're
somebody.
ruining my camera.
Resuscify it.
I'm gonna have to move you out,
You got
but we'll
the
jump
super,
into chat
super-
soon, Vynora. But
super
anyway,
yes.
welcome Vynora to the chat, everybody. I'm sorry, we have to move you because you screwed over our cameras. Oh, Vynora, you're the best. You are the best.
That was funny.
Can I get a V in the chat for the love for Vynora? She is one of the best streamers. Sleepy Weazel and Ken. So how close are you to going for Dark Dimension 4? And if so, because I think Ken, you said that you're nearly finished Dark Dimension 3. What's your method going towards Dark Dimension 4? Are you just waiting for the Krakens to beat it, tell me what the best characters are, and then I'll work on it and just save the gear for that? We'll go with you, Sleepy, first.
Yeah, so I'm actually still prepping for DD3. Yeah, so still getting 214 year tier 14 characters ready. Obviously going with the the first 6 recommended. And just building them. I should be picking up Phoenix on the next time around. Hella's there, Ben's there. I'm working on SSM and Carnage going forward. So from my perspective, I'm going to have a ton of intel on how to build properly for DD4 by the time I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna sit back, not get too stressed out about it. Pick my way through DD3 and get on that struggle bus like everyone else, and then we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah, nice. Ken, what's your plan moving towards Dark Dimension 4?
Yeah, so right now I said I said it earlier. I finished Dark Dimension 3 for the first time last week. My goal right now is just to continue to hoard harder. I'm gonna be hoarding like crazy when it comes to resources. At this point, I'm gonna try and have some fun with DD3 second run. There's only a couple of characters that I'm trying to build up, which is the rest of my symbiote team. I'm gonna take them all to gear 14, which is I'm just missing the alien spores, man. They don't show up for me at all in the game, but if I can get that one day, then those are probably gonna be the last 2 characters that I take to gear 14. The rest of my resources are gonna have to hold till I go level 80. More than likely, when it comes to like the legendaries, we know that we're gonna have to deal with the legendaries. That's gonna be like probably the last step of Dark Dimension 4. So, but those are gonna be the easier decisions, I think, when it comes to my roster and taking those to like year 15. It's what are we gonna do with the rest of Dark Dimension 4? So, for the time being, sit back, relax, and hoard harder.
Nice. I like it. It's pretty much what we've been talking about. Just wait for the Krakens to go through and then tell us, what's the most productive way to do it, especially for the cheating players and free to plays. Oh, don't feel restart. Vynora, you're the best. Thanks for jumping in. Should be there for the after party. It'll be fun. So we did have a really good question from who was it? Thunderbird. Yes, sorry, Thunderbird. He was talking about, with the increase to 80, now there's more teams. Can we get an update to the squad manager? So, because we've got a lot more teams and stuff like that. I think they have mentioned that they are. So my question, and we're going to go around the table, is what quality of life upgrades would you like? We'll start with you, Sleepy.
Squad manager, something that makes a lot more sense and is much easier to use than that stupid save your squad, then click the up arrow 8,000 times after you scroll, and then up arrow again, and scroll some more. It's the stupidest system I've ever seen. I would love to see that changed. I would love to see it more intuitive and easier. Drag and drop. Just something that's very, very simple would enhance my existence in a huge way. And I'll just leave it there.
I agree. Ken, what quality of life? What would you like?
To be honest, I was just replying back to I was just replying back to T. Lewis about my hair maybe being the only fan source so that I can start wailing hard into this game.
That would be a good quality of life change for you.
That would be my good. Yeah, exactly. That would be a good quality of life change for me. Support me in my OnlyFans for my hair.
Goofy, quality of life. What would you like, brother?
Yeah, so for me, it's just the same thing. Like squad management would be nice. Also, like so I know we have an inventory setting in the game where you can go in the store and you can kind of see what's there. I would like if it was also kind of something that you could see, not just by picking on the character, but if you just had like something in your roster management area where you could just see like inventory from that perspective. Maybe being able to see, if you click on a character, maybe being able to see kind of like what you see on MSF.gg, right? Like you need this amount of mini uniques, you need that amount of, bio gear to upgrade them to the next level. Like I would like to be able to see that as opposed to like clicking on the character. All right, let me add this up real quick, and then or let me add that up real quick. Like I would like if they
do on the ABCs too.
I'm going to cut ahead. That was my one. APIs. And Cerebro did talk about adding APIs for that exact function. Is that you could go to msf.gg and go, okay, what do I need to get to gear 15? And it would tell you all the gear so you could start farming a lot easier than what it currently is. Dapper, anything other than what we've talked about for quality of life?
Yes, I'm going to piggyback from what I talked about last week about the the VIP. Now, in the games that I play, where they have VIPs and stuff like that, they actually have VIP offers that only person who's a VIP will get. So, for example, not MSF offers, Rogue offers.
Yeah.
So they'll be like cores. They're normally the $100 deal. They'll drop it down $20.
Mm-hmm.
You're only able to get it once or twice.
Yeah.
Same thing with gold offers. Just give us a actual real good gold offer.
Yeah.
You gotta spend money for it, $40, $50, but guarantees you, for every 2 gold orbs that you're pulling, you drop the 5 million drop.
Nice.
So even though it's a large sum of money at first, but it is actually paying you out. Or just get rid of the orbs and just give you, like 50 million gold for $50.
Yeah, too easy.
So actual real offers, and for people who are spending money, they will get to see that type of offers. People who don't spend money, they will show smaller offers for them.
Mm-hmm. Bit more tailored. Crayvis, what do you reckon, brother?
Quality of life. I said last week to take out Raid Energy because I don't like having to log into the game at like 6 separate points in the day because this energy XYZ thing is about to fill up and I'm about to screw this thing up. Like, I understand that y'all want us to be playing the game and I get that, but let me play it on my time. Right? Like, let me run my blitzes when I want to. I'll spend my charges. It's fine. We got that currency, and I do. And then I'll max my milestones out, and then we'll just chill because there ain't no way Crayvis is getting top 1% on this blitz. So we just don't care, right?
Yeah.
I wish they would make raids and other things kind of the same way.
Lex?
All right. So there's 2 things that I was thinking of. The first one is. So Sleepy mentioned, the squad management. I mentioned that on the last episode. I think we need better squad management. Our squad management really sucks. I also think that you should be able to see other players' profiles. I think it's stupid how you can't look at other players' profiles and see.
That's a good one.
What they have, or what you're going against, or any of that stuff. And then the last thing is the store orbs. I think that they're way too expensive. 475 cores for a training orb in the store. is really expensive. I think they should be maybe like 100 cores cheaper.
And Xero.
So this one is gonna be like a big one, but it's more aimed towards endgame players. We need a store for like ourselves, like from 75 up. It needs to be just straight orange gear, like none of this going back and forth, waiting. You know, as everyone keeps saying, like I'm waiting on Alien Sports to come out. Well, why don't we have a separate section? It's locked off 75 to 80. Where it's just nothing but orange gear, because guess what? We're running into the crunch now with the new gear that's out. Like I got very fortunate right now. I'm getting a whole bunch of bio gear right now.
Yeah.
In my war store for T15. So they definitely need to get on to that and start moving towards that. Like, because this whole I'm gonna refresh. All right, now I'm at the 100 refresh. Now I have to wait tomorrow or whenever it resets to do it again, and it's getting annoying with that. So I want something that's gonna be rewarding for the time we've played.
Yeah.
So it would only make sense. No,
I agree, and I agree with everyone's things. I love playing this game, especially we've talked about PvP and stuff like that. Blitz is definitely one of those hard ones to swallow, so auto that. Raids, yeah, I agree. The energy, why limit that? Like, who cares, right? Can I get in the chat, does anyone actually care if they got rid of raid energy? Like, it doesn't seem to be something that it just stops me just smashing out my nodes in one hit sort of thing. Maybe it gives the player a slight advantage, but really it's the rewards that, like the big rewards that give you the big kick, right? Like, it's not, I did 3 nodes, so I've got way more resources. Anyway, so we're going to finish up with the Q&A section. Lex, you got any questions for us?
Okay, yeah. I gotta scroll back up because the chat's moving a little fast, but
that's good. It's good.
Yeah, I was gonna say too. I think that's I think it's a good idea. The raid energy thing. I think the reason they do it, like you said, is because the rewards. Otherwise, you're gonna have your most powerful players smashing through your whole lane. Especially like in our alliance, we share lanes, right? On some of our raids, and so, you have somebody that smashes through the whole lane. Well, oh shit, I didn't even get a chance to do my lane now. You know what I mean? So I think there's that to consider too. But all right, let's see here. I'm looking for Thunderbird. He was the first question I saw. Oh, he said, what do we still think about the battle pass?
Not much has come out of that.
Are we still hyped for the seasonal game battle pass?
Yes. I don't know what it is, so I don't know.
Yes.
Like I think he means the...
yeah, the battle pass.
The VIP pass or whatever that's coming.
Yeah. Until we've seen it, last time we got a little salty with someone that we hadn't even seen. I think if they do it right, it could be a really good thing. And don't worry, guys. When more details come about that, we will definitely dedicate probably a show to that. But I think they'll do well. People tested it. They didn't like it. They changed it, and now overall, I haven't really talked to a person that said ISO. That's toilet. People have been pretty excited about that. It's helping people catch up to their end content. I'm not saying Dark Dimension 3 is a walk now, but it is definitely a lot. I can get in there a lot quicker than what I could previously. So definitely a good thing there. Does anyone else have anything until we move to the next question? No real changes?
I was just going to say, I think it depends on what they're going to charge to and what the tiers are going to offer and how much each tier is going to offer and for how much money. And
it's hard to speculate, yeah. So
yeah, it's hard to speculate.
Do our special guests have any, just in general, adding a battle pass? Are you guys excited about the prospect of that? We don't know too much about it, to be honest.
Yeah, without knowing specifics, I'm kind of indifferent to it. If it's worthwhile, and if they do it similar to other games within their portfolio, I guess it could be valuable. But until I see it, I can't really have an opinion on it.
Well,
yeah. I think this battle pass is something that most games are doing by now anyway. So it's gonna be one of those things where you just have to kind of wait and see what the rewards are gonna look like. I don't think it's gonna hurt the game if that's what I guess people are asking. I think if anything, it's gonna be benefiting those that want to spend more in the game, give them another opportunity to gain more resources. So, I welcome it. I don't know if I'll be getting it myself, but it's still a positive to the game.
Well, you'll still get free stuff, right? And potentially, maybe that's a way that they get skins into the game, which Cerebro talked about. He wanted skins. Next question, Lex.
Okay. Moon Dancer says, "Why can't we sim raids?"
Coming in December, I believe. Blitz and raids is coming in December. But that simming is not like a normal simming like when you do your campaign. It just speeds it up to, like, I don't know, 900,000% or something. It's over 9,000! And then you have the potential to lose. So it's not a true sense of simming. And that's the same for the Blitz as well. But at least reduces the time.
Okay, next. Rello. So for me, he says, "Who is subbed to the most streamers?" I don't know.
I have to say Nietzsche or Sage, probably.
Maybe, yeah, I would say Nietzsche. Nietzsche
like,
subs out everybody. He gives subs out
in like 4 different streams. Like,
I agree with that. Yeah.
Nietzsche.
We love you, Nietzsche.
Okay,
we wish you the best. If you're listening,
yeah,
to
we
the
miss
recording.
you, buddy. Hope all is well with you.
Yeah.
Breezy has a question for me. Who, or well, I guess it's for us.
people.
Who do we want to see get a rework?
All right, one character. We'll go to the special guest first. Sleepy, one character. Nobu. Our Lord and Savior. Ken?
Well, you got me all hyped up. I'm all about Hulk. So you can get Hulk to get his own green team machine. I'm about it. Give me some update to Hulk.
I'd be excited for that. Dapper.
I got you, Ken. I say She-Hulk.
Oh,
there we
Give
go.
him more than a neck.
She just changed. They're goofy.
now we're gonna have to remove the pencil to the rest of her body.
I want to make sure I do this one the right way. The legendary Shuri. No, but seriously, Shuri.
Oh yes.
Crayvis.
Fam, Wolverine. I can't say make Wolverine great again because Wolverine was never great in the first place. Come on,
dude. I mean, how many movies does
And
the
he
guy
had the
have?
most rework.
Yeah. Zero. Who?
Ravager Bruiser.
Ravager Bruiser.
Oh,
He has so much to offer to the
He has a Gear 13 Ravager Bruiser, make him good. Lex.
yeah, the second
All
guy
right,
they
so,
did
so I guess I got two things. I don't know if it's a rework so much as maybe just a new Spider-Man, like a better, Tom Holland maybe Spider-Man or
Fat Peter Parker.
A better Spider-Man.
Fat Peter Parker.
And I also really want to see like new minion factions.
Boo!
Give us different minions. I want to see new minions.
Throw rubbish at him. Throw rubbish at him.
We're old with. I'm over these old ass minions. Give us some new cool minions. I think that would be cool. I don't know.
You need to go to Zero's window and have a chat to him.
Right?
Get out of here with your minion crap. I was going to say OG Spider-Man. I'd like him reworked, and Wolverine too. Wolverine, I got a lot of his comics, and man, he is so cool. I'm not saying he's the most powerful as mutant, but he's such a cool character. Isn't he on the app and like the icon, and he's just trash. So I agree. Another question, Lex.
All right. Alex likes flexing. Is asking me if Lauren Alexis is my Tinder date. Yeah, we're going out tomorrow, bro.
Oh, hot damn!
I
Congrats.
hope we get somebody.
Brad C says, I got a question. Why do we have to wait 1,000,000 years for the player I want to upgrade Red Stars on from the promotion store? How would you fix this?
As in, I heard that they're, and this isn't really a rumor, but I heard that they're trying to move away from Red Star, so Red Stars will become a lot easier to get, and the evolution of the character will be mostly tied with ISO. Has anyone else heard anything different?
I think what he was talking about was like, you got 150 silver promotion credits. You need a 5-star Black Bolt. You've been looking for him for 2 weeks. When in the hell is he going to show up?
Yeah.
I think that the way that they should fix this is by doing this. When you should be able to click on your character in the game.
Yep.
And then there should be a section where the red stars are, where you can click on it, and then you can upgrade the red stars there, as opposed to having to wait for them to show up in the store. That is
so your credits
one
are
of the stupidest
actually
things.
able to increase the ones you want to instead of waiting for RNGesus to shine upon you.
Thunderbolt's got a good one. Can we not talk about Ultron getting left in the dirt? Dude still hasn't got red stars, and they keep showing Ultron 4th robot in nodes. The barrier bot, Queet teasing the Scopely. Does this mean that there's a rework coming for him? Maybe he's not getting red stars, but maybe
somebody in chat mentioned Ultron bots would be cool minions to have, and I agree with that. Like, that'd be pretty sweet to actually throw Ultron on a team with Ultron bots.
All right, I'll give you that one. That's the only minion team that I'll accept.
Yeah.
And he can still summon minions,
That'd be
but
dope.
he can, I think we could get behind that. Just an Ultron team. That would be OP. Maybe that's why they won't do it. Another question, Lex.
Okay, let's see. Alex X Flexing. I heard you broke up with. I heard Lana Rhodes broke up with Mr. Mike. So when are you announcing your power move? I don't know what that means.
What?
Like, you're supposed to read them in your head before you read them out loud, buddy.
Well, no, they're all tagged. They're all tagged with my name on it. All right, so if you have to pay for the battle pass, nothing. They give you. Is it really free? Is it? I don't know. I don't know if I'm saying that right, or if you have to pay for the battle pass, nothing they give you is really free. Is it? Okay, there we go.
So what's rumored is there's 2 tiers, possibly 3 tiers. One is the free, you don't pay anything, and it's got each section as you level up, you get a couple of rewards. If you pay, you get more rewards and stuff like that. So technically, the lowest one is free, and then upgrading gets more, which should be expected, right? If you're paying money, you should get a bit more stuff back. So, yeah. So it is free.
Okay, the next one comes from DEF CON. What's the probability of a Christmas orb opening event? Likely or not?
I think it's coming before that.
I don't think there will be a Christmas orb, but there will be like sales and maybe like a shards giveaway.
I think this orb event's probably going to be something to get at Yellow Jacket. Is probably what it's going to be.
Early December.
Looks like Yellow Jacket's going to be early December, and he was talking about that orb event in December. So I betcha that's going to be how you get him. It's going to be a pain in the ass.
All right, the next one's from Sage. Oh, okay, you're gonna go. My bad.
No, you go.
Oh, okay, the next one's from Sage. How do you feel about the uncanny tag and using Wolverine more without Storm since he has no synergy?
I absolutely hate the uncanny tag. When they put that out last week, I was like, why? I was looking forward to having 10 X-Men that I could pair together in whatever way that I wanted to and have fun with it. But they're like, nope, you can't use these ones together because now Colossus won't taunt. It's like, well, thanks, assholes. That was great. Now this doesn't work anymore. So I think the uncanny tag's a pile of S. I think he was talking about where to use Storm, and I have no idea because she's still naked.
I'm still using her in my X-Men team, so my 5 are Phoenix, Colossus, Beast, Cyclops, and Storm. Last one, Lex, before we do our farewells and move on to the after party.
Ooh, cursing type.
Yeah, I'm
Only at the after party.
I'm scrolling right now.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Brad's got a good one there at the end, buddy. You see it?
At
gotta
the
ask
very
that
end.
one.
Okay. Questions for Xero. How many people have you had to hunt down? When will we see hugs for likes? When will this be available?
So the hugs for likes is not a thing. You know why? Because I've seen it on Goofy's video. I've seen it on Mendog's video. I've even seen it on my video. I only have 2 videos. I'm still hunting. So before the hugs come, I have to find them first.
All right, guys. Far out. All right, so that concludes this week's episode. I just want to do a massive shout out before we switch over to Sleepy Weazel and Ken for jumping on the show. Absolutely amazing to have you. Sleepy, do you have anything to say before we close up the show?
The only thing I'll say is I've said it before, I'll say it again, and I'll say it a million times after this. This community is the best community I've ever been a part of, and you guys have welcomed me into it and in my little corner of silliness on Twitch. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love every single one of you people.
Thank you very much, Ken.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like same thought process. To be honest, I've only been streaming for like 3 months, and I didn't know what to expect coming into this community, but it's been tons of love coming in, not just from the community itself, but even from fellow streamers. I don't think you get this kind of love in any other game, to be honest. It just doesn't happen. So I'm just thankful to come in, and like I said, I appreciate you guys calling me, even if it was last minute to fill in the spot. This was really fun.
Ken's on next week too.
We'll have you back. We'll have you back.
He's back next week.
Okay, yeah, then I'll be back. Don't
He's
worry.
back next week. We just wanted to give him a bit of a taste.
Season
Just
2
be
is coming,
surprised
man.
next week, though.
No, he's actually on next week.
The reason why I came today is I got promised we're gonna be talking comics, and the whole time the chat has just been giving me such a hard time because I've been holding on to my comic books. So I'm over here trying to multitask, like looking at my comic books and at the same time trying to show you guys a good.
All right,
time,
show us.
but,
You have to. Otherwise, it's not a Ken stream. Show us the comic book.
all right. I'll just showcase one comic book. One of my
Yeah.
favorite comic books that I've ever had a really tough, fun read was House of M.
Ooh.
I highly recommend it if you guys haven't picked this up. A really fun book, but yeah, we love everything in my community. Everybody knows that stops by my stream. I am a big hoarder in real life too. I have tons of collectibles. I have tons of comic books and tons of love to share with everyone. So like I said, for me, I appreciate the love. I appreciate you guys calling me last second, and I guess I'll be back. Something else that I wanted to say. I missed on it because we were talking about the whole hair situation. But me and Moon Dancer have been talking about this for a while. API support for this game would be amazing. I love third-party apps, and we currently don't have that in the game. So hopefully one day I can stop answering that question in my YouTube video about how to import your roster to MSF.gg. How often do you update your roster? Every time, because we don't have API support. So maybe one day. We'll see what happens.
Here's hoping. I do know that they are tracking it. Goofy, what? Any final closing points?
Yeah, man. This is always fun. I enjoy it. Thank you guys for having me here. For us doing this together. Thank you guys to the chat, to the community. You guys are fantastic and awesome. Reason why we're able to continue to do this. For the amount of hours that we do it for, you guys are absolutely amazing. You guys make this special. Thank you for the support continually. Love you guys. Be blessed and be safe.
All right, so we're going to do something that we've never done before. Hype train! Normally we don't get super excited about. Thank you very much for the support, guys. Hey, guess what? This all goes back to this show. I'd say it's about my thing, but it's not. So get excited, guys. We are super pumped. Get excited, I'm pumped.
You gotta play some music, bro. I don't hear any music.
I'm playing music.
Yeah, no.
I got music in my background all the time, so.
I got music playing.
Here we go. Let's do
Man, dog, you need to do a stream like that. For like
Just
3
dancing
hours.
all the time?
Don't say a word. Don't say a word. Just do that for 3 hours.
It's going towards season 2, baby.
Don't play no game.
That's why I hang around. Look at this. Look at this guy.
This is me trying to be Xero. Pretty much.
Is that what came off your face when you shaved your beard?
I love you guys. Thank you very much for the support. I tell you what, we do it for you guys, but yeah, it's
Work harder.
way harder. Yeah. No, thank you very much, guys. A lot of hype in the channel. Love it. Absolutely love it. I have some cool emotes coming as well, so pretty excited about that. Mobile Gamers one song. All right, guys. Dapper, any final points?
Yes, thank you everybody for supporting the roundtables. Without y'all, we won't be nothing. Thank you so much for Sleepy Weazel and for Kenshi for coming up, and supporting this cause, and just being amazing. Thank you for Crayvis, Goofy, Lex, Xero, and the dance off king right here. And also can't forget about Nietzsche. But Mandog was the man behind everything, so thank you very much for creating this and making it the highlight of my week.
Crayvis.
Well, fam, I don't really have any real big tips for you this week. Only if you live in America, don't be licking no counters, because they're dangerous right now. So
that's super
keep
weird.
your tongue off of strangers' countertops. All right, just give it a couple weeks. It's not safe yet.
Yo, Mendog, start Stream Raiders.
It's up. Lex.
Yeah, man. I look forward to this every week. I'm very honored to be a part of it. Like Ken and Sleepy were saying, I've only been streaming for about 4 months now, maybe a little longer than 4 months, and everything's been great. Everybody's been really great. I love you guys. I love hanging out with you guys. You guys are, some of my close friends now. And it's really cool. And I look forward to being a part of it for as long as possible, as long as I can. And so, thank you guys. Yeah, thank all you guys for coming. Thanks everybody for the hype train. We love all of you. We hope to see you next time.
Thank you very much for the hype train, guys.
Thank you for coming.
Xero.
One more point on my health tip. Sorry, Xero. Don't mean to cut you off. You can lick your own counters if you need to. I had a lot of people in chat worried about not being able to lick their own counters. You can do that if you need to. You spill some jelly. You just clean that up. It's all good. Just not stranger stuff.
Xero.
Make it decent.
So, I'm gonna close out on this. If I see anything wrong with the video, a dislike, a mean comment, anything like that, not only for Mendogs, but for Goofy as well, or my videos now, or Ken's, because Ken does YouTube as well, I'm coming for you, and I'm still coming for you because I'm still looking for whoever disliked my video.
It's a very specific set of skills.
I told you, it's the best hugs in the business. Best hugs in the business.
No, I'm serious. I'm gonna come for you.
It's gonna take you out on a nice lunch date and said, "Why did you dislike the video? What part of it?
What happened to the hate? What happened?
They still help the viewership, so it's okay.
Guys, thank you very much for the support. Thank you to our special guest Sleepy Weazel and Ken for coming on. Absolutely love doing this show. We love to improve it, and we just love the community that's supporting us, which is amazing. Definitely don't forget to check all the guys out on Twitch. The names are obviously on the board. All really good streamers, all with their own different sort of flavors and stuff, but all really good content creators. The guests will have to let me know if they do YouTube, but definitely Goofy, Xero, and myself. It always helps out checking out our videos on YouTube, doing the like, subscribe, and mention some comments on that. So we always appreciate the support. Thank you very much, and join us next week. We got Ken coming back on. He loved it that much that he's coming back on.
I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough of you guys.
Who would have known?
We definitely appreciate the support. All right, guys, have a good one. We're kicking off to the after party now, so take it easy, and we'll talk soon. Cheers, guys. Bye.